Hi, this is Mike Lambert, and I'm the creator of this expense tracker. You probably got here from my Etsy listing, and this is just a brief explanation on some of the features of this. And if you happen to get here from YouTube, welcome. This is an expense tracker explanation. There is a link below this so you can check out the product that I have listed on Etsy for this. But I'm just going to take a few minutes and explain some of the features that will enhance your experience when using this tracker. So first thing I want to show is first off, all of these expenses that are listed here kind of broke them up into categories: building costs, utilities, materials, supplies, etc. And I also color coded them. There's over 50 of them that you can choose. Obviously, you don't need to do all of them, but I looked it up on the internet and saw that this list was a list of all the acceptable expenses that a small business can use. And just full disclosure, I am not an accountant. I am not a tax advisor. So please just use this as a tool for your own business, but do check with an accountant for all of your valid expenses just to be double sure on that. So first off, just want to show up here where it shows insert name from variable sheet. That's referring to this worksheet tab up here where you kind of can customize the sheet to your business name. So if you go into this B1 cell, you can change that text to your business name. I'll just call it Acme Inc. So now when I go back to the first month, changes that to Acme Inc. And then where it says insert year, we can go back to our variables tab and put in the year. So you'll be doing taxes for 2022 at the time of this recording. So now you kind of customize your sheet to your company name, the year, and then expenses for that. So what this does is that this automatically gives totals for all of your expenses for each category. And I'm just going to go through a few just to demonstrate some of the features. So for example, for your mortgage, it's usually due on the first of every month. So let's just say, for simplicity's sake, be a $1,000 mortgage every month that you're paying for your business, or maybe it's a lease. Let's just say also that you have an electricity bill. Maybe it's due on the 3rd. That's about $150 a month. And then for postage, you pay about $100 a month on the 1st and the 10th of each month. So I put those in, and then I have a line for each day of the month. And if you scroll down here, we have totals for each one of those lines. So I have $1,000 for mortgage, $150 for electricity, then it automatically added up both of those postage expenses in your total here. So what I'll do, I'll just copy these just real quick and put them in other months to show how things get tabulated for the year. And just bear with me. I'm not going to do it for the whole year, but I'll just do it for maybe the first few months. Obviously, each month is exactly the same. So one more in June. So now I'll just go over here where it says totals. And this is the yearly totals. So you can see automatically it listed all of those expenses for your mortgage, then for your electricity, and then for postage. Notice that it's $200 for that total for each month. And then just need to expand that a little bit. And then the grand total for the year is $6,000 in mortgage, about $900 in electricity, then about $1,200 in postage. So you can take these totals and use them for your expenses during tax time. Or if you're just starting out and you just want to be a little more organized this year, you can start just listing all of your expenses, and then come time next year, you'll be able to easily give your accountant or just find those totals for each one of these categories. The last thing I want to show you is this chart, which is kind of like a quick little analysis tool. So we have totals for each category on the left-hand side here, and then this pie chart kind of splits it up. And if I roll over, you can see that mortgage is the most expensive of the year for $6,000, then followed by postage, which is $1,200, and followed by electricity, which is $900. So all of those would be labeled over here, and then you can just use this chart to determine, what you're spending your money most on, and then you can use that as kind of a benchmark for your next year. So I hope this helped, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me either on this platform, or you can ask me on Etsy. Again, I will put the link to this particular product on Etsy at the bottom of this video, and be sure to like and subscribe. Just a little bit about my shop on Etsy. I have mostly downloadable printables that you can use for several occasions throughout the year. I also produce some toy gliders that kids really love. They glide up to 30 feet outside. I have some card mats. They're for a very popular playing card game that, for copyright purposes, I really shouldn't mention the name, but once you see the mat and you're familiar with the game, you will know what game is represented there. It's been around for over 20 years. It's a very popular game, and it's a pretty good seller as well. So I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks.